Hi guys, and welcome to my March TBR. I also have a separate TBR this month just because it is a special month where they do middle grade March here on BookTube, and so I will link down my middle grade TBR. So my TBR is huge this month. I'm a little worried because I just kind of pushed all the books I didn't finish in February and kind of January into March, plus the books I also wanted to read in March, and it is a huge expansive, but I'm just going to leave it, and whatever books I gravitate towards this month, I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna do the middle grade. I think is my number one priority, but these are all the adult books that I really also want to read as well pretty soon. So the first two books I'm gonna just join together because they're by the same author. It's Pam Jenoff's The Lost Girls of Paris and The Winter's Guest. I've had this one. This is like her only read I think I haven't read by her. She's one of my favorite authors of all time, and I really want to read this in the winter because it is winter. And then this one is a brand new release that just came out a few weeks ago. Okay, so this one is about two twins who live in a small Polish town. They're always worried about getting turned in to the SS, and because it is occupied during World War II. And then a paratrooper, American paratrooper, flies in. I'm guessing it's a romance because she's usually a historical romance writer, so I'm guessing there's a romance in this. Hopefully there is. Okay, and so this book I think is a go back in time. It starts out in 1946, and a girl is going through Grand Central Station in New York, and she comes across a suitcase that has all these pictures, and it leads into a storyline, I believe, of a spy network that was in World War II ran by women. And so it kind of reminds me of, what did I read last year? The Alice Network, and I really liked it by Kate Quinn, but I like Pam Jenoff better as a writer, so I hope I like this one even better. I did really like the Alice Network, I really did. And so I'm excited for both of these. These ones are definitely on the top of my list in March. And the next one just came out. I don't know if I'll get to it in March, but I did check it out from the library, which is pretty exciting. This book is brand new. I think it was released a few weeks ago, and it's Bloodwitch. I think February 12th it was released, and it's just like a week later than that because I'm filming this a little early. I don't think I'm gonna get to this book. I know I won't because I have some other ones that are higher, but I really liked Truth Witch and Sight Witch by her. These are really intricate novels. I think back in time, I don't remember if it's the Ottoman Empire or what, about empires and like the smaller countries that kind of get left alone. But there are all these kind of different witches in it. You really have to read Truth Witch and Sight Witch because this one probably won't make sense. This is a third in the series, but they're excellent series. I would definitely recommend them as high fantasy, and I'm really excited for this to be released. I'm glad I picked it up. The next one I also put on was Daisy and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is her newest release. This book, or I think it's either going to be a movie or Netflix or I don't remember. It's coming to television. But I love Taylor Jenkins Reid. I read 3 of her books so far in February. Absolutely loved it. This one is a fan fiction story, and it is a new release, and it is, or not fan fiction, it is a fictional story about a rock band, and it is about a girl who like just wants to play at Whiskey A Go Go and is living a huge nightlife in LA, and it starts to pick up some speed, and then a band who also is picking up speed at the same time, the Six, and what if you put those two together, and will they, won't they, won't mance, because one of them's already wrapped up in another romance, that kind of story. So I'm really excited for this one. It has some really good reviews, and that's why I put it on my March TBR. This was my nonfiction for February. I just couldn't get to it, and it's First They Killed My Father. It's by Long Ung. This is a nonfiction piece about a girl who lives in Cambodia when Pol Pot comes to town, and first they killed her father, and then she hides in the countryside, gets put in a camp, becomes a child soldier, so it's just all about her story. I really, really do want to get to this one really soon. And then the next one is Kristin Hannah, The Nightingale. I didn't get to it. Absolutely loved The Great Alone. It's probably still my favorite book I read this year, and this was many people's favorites last year. This is also a historical romance book, I believe. Or not romance, it's about two sisters, I believe. I don't know if there is romance. But it's a historical fiction piece and set in World War II, and I absolutely loved her writing. Love historical fiction pieces, so I'm so excited for this one. I really do want to get to this one this month as well. And then lastly, The Gilded Wolves by Roshani. I just have a limited time left on this one. Checked up in the library, so I do want to get to it. I think this is about a ragtag group of people and going on their adventure, if I remember correctly. 1889. Yeah, so the story, I remember sitting down and reading just like the very beginning, and there was like a heist going on, and then There's a bigger heist, I think, maybe in the end that they need to do. So he has like, he gets together a group of people to do it in. And I'm really excited about this one because it's gotten really, really good reviews. It is a newer release. I think it was released towards the end of January. So I'm excited to get to this one in early March. And then the very last one as far as adult books is a book I've been reading since January. It is The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. And What on Earth Am I Here For is the other part of the title. And this one is a chapter by chapter. You read one chapter a day. There are some days I obviously missed. I didn't start at the beginning of January. I'm like on day 28. It's a 40-day thing. Maybe should have started it at Lent. And yeah, but I know I'll be finishing this one up in March. This one is nothing. It takes me a few minutes in the morning to read. So far, it's just about focusing more of your purpose in life towards Jesus. And those are all my February TBRs. Hopefully I get to them. A lot of them are just like pushovers, but I'm really excited. And I'm excited for middle grade March. I'm so excited for that. I really loved it last year. I was hesitant of it, but I ended up really liking it. And so hopefully I can get to a lot of these books, but there are a lot on my TBR. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!